evening. 2,000 NWC workers have taken industrial action over an outstanding reclassification exercise as well as the ongoing public sector compensation review. Here is Colleen May with the details of that story.
National Water Commission NWC workers converged at the NWC head office on Maruscus Road early today in protest over an outstanding reclassification exercise as well as the ongoing public sector compensation review. Approximately 2,000 employees of NWC went on strike this morning, demanding a response from the Ministry of Finance and Public Service on their request for a reclassification of their services. Workers on the scene said that they have been demanding reclassification since 2008 but have heard nothing since, and pipe water across the island will not be turned on until their demands are met.
We're out here, but we want our money. We need to know what is on the table if we're going to get our reclass money, because everything, cost of living, as you know, is out of our reach right now. Gas prices up, food prices up. You have families where you have to sustain your family. That can't do with the pay we have right now. So we need justice. We need more money. Give us more money. That's all we're asking for.
I'm telling you this, we are out here, we are tired of the situation, what we are facing in NWC. The government, the head, they are not doing anything for us. We are way behind pay. We are far away behind everybody. You understand? We are working for nothing. We're not seeing nothing where we forget benefit, we are not getting it. If we don't come out here and try to fight out here to get our benefit, we are not going to reach anywhere in NWC. You understand? We are back. We are fighting for reclassification all along. And all we are here is promising and promising. No, we are fighting for this and we are not leaving out here today. And if today we don't hear anything, we are still out here for the whole week. There is not water turning on.
We need justice, Mr. Clark. We need justice. All the time we sacrifice, and then you come and say we not fall under the government portfolio, and when if a benefit, oh no, we fall under it. Mr. Clark, you need to go back and look at yourself. Look here, water is the most essential thing in the country, right? And you have a water minister, so why we don't fall under that? We are not idiots and we are not fools. We need justice.
Want we money? We want we money. NWC worker, they want their money. The minister said, you know, remember we? 25 years old, them who away, so we money, we say we want, we money.
According to the chief union delegate of the National Workers Union, Winston Anderson, one of several trade unions which represent the workers, explained that while the reclassification has been stalled, the workers have now learned that they will not benefit from the current compensation review.
And what you're seeing here today is what expresses the dissatisfaction of the workers, and when I say workers, I mean all group of workers of the National Water Commission. The dissatisfaction with a reclassification that dated way back from 2008, which is about 14 years. And we believe that, those who are supposed to have this reclassification done are doing nothing. They're making absolutely no attempt, and we think it is time for them to step out now and do something. We are here to tell them that we are very, very serious, and we will not stop, we will not move from here until they make a move to do something.
Another trade union which represents the workers, Tancor Union, Courtney Lewis, urged the relevant authorities to come to an agreement in the best interest of the workers and even so, the people of the country.
What is happening here today is a big disgrace because this is a National Water Commission. And the reason for the persons to be here is for back money owing, not asking for any increased back money owing. So that money that has already indebted, and it is over 20 years. The National Water Commission collect money for sewage that is don't even connected. So Water Commission have enough money to liquidate these people for the debt that is owing. And if it's not so, they need to sit down and negotiate with the key function of Jamaica to give them share ownership in the National Water Commission for the debt that is owing. instead of shutting down the country or about to shut down the country. Just coming out of a pandemic, still in a pandemic, with the most vital resource, water. We cannot play with water at this time, because we are going through a pandemic. So what needs to happen? We need to sit down with these people and negotiate how best share ownership can be in Water Commission for the debt that is owing, because their debt is owing. And they need bills to be paid, and we need to take that into consideration. So the relevant department need to sit with these people, because we cannot have a shutdown now in a serious pandemic. So we need to look into ourselves and move ourselves forward, because we are injuring ourselves in this type of behavior. It is not beneficial for the country or anyone at all.
Reporting from Mello TV News, I'm Colleen May.
Thank you, Colleen. Meanwhile, President of the National Water Commission, NWC, Mark Barnett, says over 500,000 customers have been affected by today's industrial action taken by workers across Jamaica. Mr. Barnett said that the NWC was caught off guard by the strike, which has forced some schools shut and is threatening the operations of scores of businesses. Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager Sadiq Brooks says over 1,000 NWC facilities have been affected.
A number of facilities operated by the National Water Commission are now out of operation due to industrial action being taken by the unions to protest the process of salary review for the staff of the NWC. The industrial action has impacted more than 1,000 facilities island-wide, including major plants like the Mona Treatment Plant and the Constant Spring Treatment Plant in Kingston and St. Andrew, Great River Treatment Plant in St. James, Logwood Treatment Plant in Hanover, Spanish Town Treatment Plant in St. Catherine, and the Martha Bray Treatment Plant in Trelawney. We are now working with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to resolve the matter. In the meantime, we crave the patience and understanding of the public as we work to restore water supply in the shortest possible time.
The NWC is appealing to customers for patience and understanding as it works to restore water supply in the shortest possible time. Unions and the Ministry of Labour reportedly met today following the protest in hopes of resolving the issue. Meanwhile, opposition spokesman on finance and the public service Julian Robinson is urging the government to meet with unions representing National Water Commission NWC workers to resolve the dispute and restore water supply. In a statement, Mr. Robinson stated that the industrial action by the employees is a symptom of the government's failure to ensure stability amongst public sector employees. He says he's aware that workers represented by the Jamaica Civil Service Association as well as air traffic controllers have been restive due to the failure of the Finance Ministry to address their concerns. Mr. Robinson is calling on Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke to urgently convene a meeting of the Public Sector Monitoring Committee to address the backlog of issues concerning job reclassification exercises. Meanwhile, opposition spokesman on agriculture and water Lothan Cousins says the current strike of the workers could have been avoided if the ministry had responded to the issue of the staff and management long ago. Mr. Cousins is urging the Finance Ministry to meet with the NWC and provide the required information to ensure a return to normality. He also urged the NWC's workers to resume work as soon as possible. We will bring you further updates in subsequent newscasts. Still making the news tonight, the National Water Commission NWC is encouraging customers to immediately settle outstanding bills as it prepares to package and sell its debt to a collection agency. In a recent release, the NWC said that customers should contact the agency within 30 days of receiving a sale of debt notice and advised that failure to do so will equate to customers consenting to the sale. Now, Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager Sadiq Brooks said the NWC is willing to work out payment arrangements with customers who are not able to pay their balances in full. Ms. Brooks explained that these payment arrangements would be negotiated with the relevant manager or supervisor at the NWC's commercial offices. Thereafter, payments can be made at the NWC's commercial offices via the iPay portal, on the NWC's website, bill payment agencies, and online banking. Brooks said the NWC will be targeting commercial, residential, and condominium customers with aged receivables in excess of 365 days. The NWC says it continues to see a high level of delinquency in settling outstanding water bills despite an increase in collection in 2021. Now, Brooks said the entity will, in short order, make a decision regarding the entity to which the debt will be sold as it continues to assess bids submitted by collection agencies. Along with the sale of debt, the NWC will continue its disconnection drive for the foreseeable future. Any account with past due amounts is liable for disconnection. As we continue with the news tonight, Clarendon Central's Member of Parliament, MP Mike Henry, is urging the necessary resolve and leadership between the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, and the Clarendon Municipal Corporation to quickly and sustainably erase the extended periods of garbage pileups that are being experienced in the parish's capital, May Pen. Henry said it cannot be acceptable for a parish capital in Jamaica amid the celebration of the country's 60th year of independence to be often in the mess that May Pen has been in for some time now. He said the NSWMA has national responsibility in the matter, while the municipal corporation holds parochial responsibility. The MP said he has long indicated that both national and parochial planning have been done on the basis of far less than the actual numbers in terms of community populations, and he believes that is now significantly accounting for problems like the present garbage collection debacle in places like May Pen. He said there have been indications that the real-life population demands and residual impacts in places like Portmore St. Catherine have been placing significantly increased demands on the services of the NSWMA, which could be the reason why places like May Pen are seemingly falling on the back burner of national considerations by the authority. Mr. Henry also said it should be appreciated that the NSWMA is not resourced to meet the real and full requirements of the agency, so it is unlikely to be able to sustainably overcome its challenges under the present arrangements. He further stated that the municipal corporation should insist on a quick but sustainable fix for the problem, and the NSWMA should set about getting into a position to be able to do a much better job, such as what it did last Christmas. Still making Mello TV news, leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, during last night's candlelight vigil held in respect for District Constable Donald Carr, who passed away after meeting in an accident on the toll road, said that there are lessons to be learned from the circumstances surrounding the toll road operators' alleged delay in responding to police vehicles gaining access to the toll. Mr. Golding, in his remarks, said that the Toll Road Act provides that police officers are emergency services, and the toll order that governs the toll road can make provisions for emergency services vehicles to be exempt from paying the toll.
I did some research on it, and I know that the Toll Road Act provides that the police officers are emergency services, and that the toll order, which governs the toll road, can make provision for emergency services vehicles to be exempt from paying toll. So the law has the structure to exempt police vehicles, because police vehicles are included in emergency services, obviously. So, and expressly in the act itself. So, you know, obviously what has happened is that the logistics of working out the mechanisms to make that happen on the ground have not been as smooth as they should. And this has been a sore point, obviously, where an officer has lost his life in circumstances where there was some element of delay because of those arrangements not being as seamless as they should be. So, you know, we are aware of that, and we're hopeful that out of this very tragic event steps will be taken to correct that situation going forward. But generally speaking, we just want to express solidarity and sympathy with the brave men and women, the police officers of the St. Andrew South Division, because we understand that Constable Carr, not nice, served most of his career, 10 years, in South St. Andrew Police Division. So obviously he was somebody well liked here, and so you would have felt it very hard that he lost his life in these circumstances. So that is why we came.
Mr. Golding, in meeting with Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts and Superintendent Damian Manderson after signing the condolence book, expressed his sympathies and solidarity to the South St. Andrew Division at the passing of D.C. Carr, who had spent 10 years of his career in that division. Continuing with the news tonight, the police are seeking the public's assistance to find 19-year-old Aaliyah Beckford of Beale Avenue, Ellerton Flat, St. Andrew, who has been missing since Friday, April 22. She is of dark complexion, slim build, and is approximately 5 feet 4 inches tall. She has a scar on her forehead. Reports from the Papine police coming into our news center are that Beckford was last seen in Papine Square in a taxi at approximately 8:10 p.m. heading to Halfway Tree. Her mode of dress at the time she went missing is unknown. She has not been heard from since. Now, anyone knowing the whereabouts of Aaliyah Beckford is being asked to contact the Papine Police Station at 876-927-2047, Police Emergency 119, or the nearest police station. Still tonight, detectives assigned to the Major Investigations Division, MID, are seeking the public's assistance to locate a wanted man who has absconded bail. 33-year-old Rashawn Patterson, whose last known address is Harvey River in Lucy, Hanover, was being tried for murder, rape, and attempted murder, but absconded the bail he was granted by the court. Patterson is scheduled to appear before the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, May 31 of this year. Rashawn Patterson, or anyone knowing his whereabouts, is being asked to contact the MID at 876-758-5048, Police Emergency 119, or the nearest police station. Still making Mello TV news, one Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing one 9mm cartridge was seized following a gun battle between lawmen and hoodlums at Race Course Lane in Golden Heights, Kingston 14 yesterday. Reports coming into our news center from the Denham Town Police are that at approximately 12:50 a.m., a joint police military team was on patrol in the area when they came under gunfire. The team returned the fire, however, the men escaped in the area. When the shooting subsided, a search of the area was conducted and the weapon and ammunition found. No one was arrested in relation to that seizure. No member of the Joint Security Forces was injured. Investigations continue. In a historic first for Jamaica and the Caribbean, Emirates Airlines, the largest airline in the Gulf Coast countries, GCC, is now selling seats to Jamaica. This arrangement opens gateways from the Middle East, Asia, and Africa to Jamaica and the rest of the region. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett made the announcement today following high-level meetings between Jamaica's tourism officials and a team from Emirates Airlines, led by His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, Chairman of the Dubai World Trade Center Authority and Chairman and Chief Executive of Emirates Airline and Group at the Arabian Travel Market, ATM, in Dubai. This groundbreaking agreement, Minister Bartlett said, is a major outcome of Jamaica's debut participation in the Arabian Travel Market, which runs from May 9 to 12, 2022. Both Norman Manley and Sangster International Airports are now listed in the airline system, with ticket pricing available accordingly. Flights are offered with options including JFK, New York, Newark, Boston, and Orlando. One option goes through Malpensa, Italy, allowing access to the European market as well. Importantly, the flights are being sold by Emirates Holidays. Minister Bartlett's trip to Dubai is part of a mega marketing tour to further boost growth in the island's tourism industry, which includes stops in New York, Africa, Canada, Europe, and Latin America, with breaks in between. And those are the stories making news. We now take a break and then join Christopher Scott with the very latest in sports.